Okay, we were in LA. Since we last spoke, we broke a car. But before we get into that, why did it take so long? I gotta confess. I went on a tangent. I'm like that. Sometimes I just get stuck in an idea or some research. I need to finish it before I move on. This was one of those things. It was like I went into this big black hole, and it took 2 weeks to get out of it. And on top of that, I had to finish the trailer for our crowdfunding campaign.
I started filmmaking just because it was super fun.
Like, everything has gone wrong.
Did you just see that sign that said Grizzly Valley?
Yes!
Be a part of a documentary about how a documentary is made.
But now, let's get back to LA. So I make commercials, right? It's how I made a living for the longest time. For me, having this second career is what makes it possible for me to make my own films. Without a stable income, you don't really take any risk. I read a book called Originals. I think it was Casey Neistat that recommended it. The author talks about how people rarely dare to be innovative and daring or original if they don't have a safety net. So it's unlikely that anybody who's an amazing commercial director would be amazing in fiction or documentary direction. You can only focus on pushing your limits or the limits of what you create in one field at a time. So if one of them is an income generator, that means that you won't take any chances. I don't know if that's true for everyone, but I think for me it is. Now, I don't suck as a commercial director, but I would never call myself a pioneer or original of any sort. I didn't even try to be. Woohoo! I'm not even sure my films could be called original.
It's okay. It's just a feeling.
You adapt and try to fit into whatever system there is. For YouTube, there is no system. That's why I love it so much.
Okay, so
I can do whatever the fuck I want. That's where innovation comes from. The fuck you attitude. If you don't have that, you're too blinded by what other people do. So tell more people to go fuck themselves.
It would help you find a style or something.
Okay, maybe I went on a tangent there, but I do have a point. So I was in LA, right? And I was holding the car and trying to get stable shots out of the window, and all of a sudden the car brakes. And I don't know what to do. I just put it back and then we just move along. But we were there to shoot this commercial. How many times have I said that? Anyway, today I use the projects I do to help fund my films, especially in the development stage. It's really hard to get money before you've got a trailer or a clear idea what the story is. So whether it's crowdfunding or just putting your self-funding to work, I do this as a strategy to help my ideas evolve. Now I'm based in the middle of nowhere. Seriously, nowhere. So going to LA is a big undertaking, leaving my family and all. But if you want a project to move forward, you need help. You need other people to be involved. That's why I usually try to book extra days in any spot I'm shooting in for a client, just so that I have time to meet people. LA was no different.
It's our last day here today. I'm gonna go for a meeting with an agent. With Endeavor, they used to be WME. It's like a big ass agency. Had like Conan O'Brien and a bunch of people. So we're just gonna have breakfast and then pack the car and then go there, and then we need to stress to the airport. Hopefully we do not miss our flight.
We went here to try to set up a couple of agent meetings. for the film, the one that we're making in Kino. But I'll tell you more about that in the next episode. So stick around.